Hi everyone, my name is Jasmine and this is my first time videoing myself and going to officially post it on YouTube. So I wanted to share my story and what my story consists of. Before I actually start with my story, I just want to say that God is great and that He really does listen. So I feel thankful to be here, to be sharing my story, and if I'm not here tomorrow, at least I did share my story. So here it goes. So this is going to be a bit spontaneous, and even though I have notes, I'm not going to go ahead and read my story. I'm going to just say it. I was born April 14, 1995, and I was born around 12 o'clock in the morning, so I could have been born on April 13th, but right at 12 something, I became a human being, a person. So I was born at the hospital in Denver, Colorado, and my mom was positive with crack cocaine, and so I was positive with crack cocaine, and so there was substance abuse there, and my dad didn't even know if I was his, but I believe he did go to the hospital, and I was born and my mom left the hospital. So I was basically put up for adoption, and my mom did not show up at my hearing, but my grandparents decided to adopt me. My dad went into the army when I was 1, and then he didn't come back to the army until I was 5. And so my grandparents basically took care of me, and they are no longer here anymore. Basically they passed away, but they're probably in heaven, so I'm thankful for that. I still think about them a lot. A thought that just came up was, actually, okay, I'm just going to say it. So I have these 2 heart pictures, and basically my grandma's in one and my grandpa's in the other, and that photo of them was really cute, and actually that's all I'm going to say. So yeah, my grandparents took care of me until like years ago. Basically my grandma decided to move to Arizona, so we lived in Arizona for a summer, and then the house was sold. And mine, just a reminder that I am from Denver, Colorado. I was born here, and I actually don't live in Denver, Colorado anymore. I live in Inglewood, Colorado. So yeah, we moved to Arizona, and then we moved back to Colorado, and then we moved to California because that's where my aunt moved to, and then we moved back to Colorado again. Well, I did. So basically I went to school in Colorado, California, Colorado, California, and then Colorado. And so I also moved to Minnesota and decided to move back to Colorado. And I visited my cousins in Seattle recently, about a year ago. So I would say that's somewhat recently to actually be going to another state. But basically, how do I say this? I never really had a consistent place to go to school. I always just went back and forth with going to school. Such as my last year of high school, I had to move back to Colorado because I was not doing very good and I just needed to come back. That's what my dad wanted me to do, and I was able to graduate high school, and this was 2013. So now that it's 2020, I've been trying to get my associate's degree, and that's a work of progress. And I'm also an aspired personal trainer. That is what I really want to do. The reason why I want to be a personal trainer is because I learned that it's better to be sober and kinder and not so prideful. I think it was fun partying and drinking and getting, how some people say, effed up. I just think that I've grown a lot through the years, and, relapsing and making the same mistakes is like, when will it ever be like, I guess, enough. And I was tired of drinking and smoking, and not just cigarettes, but marijuana and stuff like that. So I definitely think it's better to be sober, but of course people have what works best for them, and I think that it's best to not just be sober, but to be cautious about the intakes for our bodies, such as, do we have enough water? Do we have enough nutrients, which I'm still learning about. It's been a while actually, but learning just more and more about nutrition and personal training. So yeah, being a personal trainer, I'm good at motivation. I'm good at being there for people, and over the years, I've actually grown away from being so much there for other people, because before I was very giving, such as that, like, I would be a people pleaser, and I actually talked to my counselor about it, and I told her that I learned to not be a people pleaser anymore. So yeah, I am personal training to be a personal trainer. Right? I'm just basically studying to be a personal trainer, to make it simple. And I am training my dogs so that they don't pee everywhere. So they're basically in the process of crate training. And I am working on sleeping better. I sleep later and I wake up later, so I'm definitely trying to wake up early. I've always wanted to wake up at like 5 in the morning. It just never really happens, or maybe it has happened, or actually it has happened. I just never had it stick. So literally, eventually I will be waking up earlier and sleeping earlier, and vice versa. I'm also in the progress of getting a job now that COVID-19 is basically improving. I'm not really sure if people are scared that there's a second wave of COVID-19, but I guess if we're just cautious and using, of course, with personal preference, using our mask and social distancing just to still keep everyone safe or prevent another wave to happen. And so about my dogs, I have 2 dogs and I live with them. I also live here at my uncle's house, and yeah. I'm also working on not saying and that has happened for a while. So I have a bad habit of saying It's a spacer that I don't really need, but you know, sometimes it's helpful. Words are powerful, and I saw that somewhere. So yeah, credit goes to them. So I just want to read a few more things. Instead of saying I can pause. Videoing yourself for the first time isn't so bad. So if anyone else is out there who is nervous of telling their story, watch Janine Amapola's video about doubt. Very helpful. Okay, so I just want to read this and something else that I have here. Okay, so I do have it here. So this is going to be about me, and of course this is all about me, but not really. This is mostly like about me sharing my story for you. So yeah. My vision is the joy I feel from overcoming my fears, and I'm doing that right now. And to be patient. Excuse me. So I am freely having genuine and loving conversations with people. Although this isn't a conversation really, I'm sharing something that might be of value to you. So if you have any questions and comments, go ahead and leave them down below in the comment box or the comment section, and yeah, I will get to any questions and maybe heart some comments. I could imagine, continuing on, I could imagine having, or people looking excited, joyful, happy, people being kind to one another, grateful, inspired. Excuse me. I could imagine having events in amazing places and positively presenting to others my knowledge of health, such as personal training. And I can imagine people being excited, including me. I can imagine giving gifts to my sister and my family, giving out gifts during holidays to organizations and people on the streets, volunteering at homeless shelters, walking dogs in the community, smiling at people, saying hi, responding to them. They'd be so happy. I could imagine having my own family and be able to manage my life well. But I'm not 30 yet, so typically, I'm just, I guess, not minding my own business, but just focusing on what I need to do for myself and my future family. But, continuing on, we'll be able to make it through any difficult time. We'd be mostly happy and stable financially and emotionally. We'd be working to become our most authentic selves. Loved, amazingly grateful, and inspiring. And my personal mission statement is, I want to help 1 billion of people from all over the world to become their most authentic and healthiest selves. My past achievements is graduating high school, surviving from a kidney infection, surviving from a breakup, surviving from moving. I was strong when I needed to take an influenza shot. And I used to be scared of those, but I was like, bring it on, is what my dad used to say. So that's what I said. My past achievements was visiting a friend who lived close by. And I think that's a past achievement because it takes courage to make friends. And, my last one is surviving my withdrawal. And I had a drug withdrawal and I survived it. So yeah, I am sober and I am happy and I am over with the generalizations. Moving on to a few more things. I want you guys to know me, or I want you all to know me a little bit better and improve with me. Basically, not only our minds, but our bodies and our spirit, all from what a spiritual person would say. So this is what I wrote before, and I think that it's still mostly true. What I love to do. I love to help others. I love to sing. I love to write. I love to work out. And I love to talk. I love to talk, but I'm not going to ramble on if no one's listening. But talking, having a nice conversation is nice. It's about 18 minutes since I've been talking now. And my jaw feels tired. But I want to tell you guys a little bit more about me and maybe make it to 20 minutes. And that's all I will be sharing for my first YouTube video. Okay, so something about me that I would want someone to know is that I come from a creative family, such as my dad and my mom are both very creative and resourceful, literally. And so what that is that I used to make menus for my grandma. I closed off the kitchen by creating this like a ribbon attached to like this magnet, and it would like attached to like the wall and the fridge. And so basically my grandma, she would cook and I would make it a restaurant. So I guess I helped her become an entrepreneur, like, in a playing way. So yeah, not that it was really a restaurant, but that was the start of her restaurant. And what I do often is what something I don't really do anymore, is give advice. I'm not an expert, so I don't give advice, but I will share my story, and I hope you guys enjoyed what I shared today, and I hope you all have a fantastic day, and God bless. Bye.